All right, what's up? Let's talk expectations. So what I mean by expectations, it's kind of like what I expect from you on a day-to-day basis, on a weekly basis, and then once we are together in Zoom class. So this is gonna be basically like three different expectations or three different generalized expectations. Hopefully it should give you a lot of clarity on what your week will look like. So this is a really easy video for my 1, 3, 5, and 7th hour kids. You guys are gonna be watching this video for your Friday assignment. For my 2nd, 4th, and 6th hour kids, you guys are watching this for your Thursday assignment. But all in all, it should set you up for great success starting on Monday. So it's gonna be a 2-part video. There's gonna be me talking to you here, and then I'll switch over and there will be me showing you my screen and talking to you there. Basically, check Canvas every single day because you're going to have something to do every single day. And as I'm sure you guys saw on that homepage with the Canvas overview, on that homepage, I have rundowns daily, your today's assignments, what's due that day, and your homework. You should never miss an assignment because it'll always be there. If you miss it because I didn't post it, that's on me, right? But I'm saying that I'm going to have that updated every week with your week's worth of assignments. Now, that means I could post it on Monday and there may not be links to stuff Thursday and Friday. You'll know what you're doing, but those links may not be active till later in the week. That's why I'm saying check it every day. So some of you may be able to get ahead, but some of you may have to go day by day and see that there. So check it every day. It may not change every day, but I may add a couple things or make things highlighted for you. Now, with our live Zooms, my expectations there is that you attend those live Zooms. Obviously, if situations happen and you can't be there, they will be posted and recorded, and then you will watch them. But after every live Zoom, there's always gonna be a survey. Did you attend this Zoom or watch the live recording? You'll hit yes for that. That's how you get credit for that assignment that day. Now, with those live Zooms, I expect you to come to those live Zooms prepared. What do I mean by that? Most of my live Zooms, I talked about this, are flipped classes. So I'm gonna have work for you to do before you come to that. Now for my Monday kids, when we have live Zoom on Monday, it's kind of a check-in and we'll say, hey, here's a check-in, here's your rundown, go do your stuff, right? So I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of active teaching new information. That live time is going to be for, okay, great, you did your work, bring it to our live Zoom. We're gonna go over it together. We're gonna ask questions. We're gonna be put in discussion groups. Live time is gonna be for a lot of talking group-wise, right? And so with that, I want you guys to be available to show your face during those live Zooms. Now, I may not always make you, but I may do a check like, hey, everyone show me your face so I know that you're here and you're paying attention. Then you can turn it off. But I just want you guys to be available for those. So dress appropriately. You know what you can and can't wear. If you can, try to be in a quieter space so that if I have you talk, that's great. But if you're in a situation where you can't talk, you've got a lot of crazy things going on, and I call on you, just drop in the chat, say, Mr. Lee, I can't talk right now. And then we'll talk afterwards and we'll get that figured out. So those are my expectations with the live Zoom time. Now, let's see, respect that live time. So don't talk over people. We're gonna be using lots of raising hands, both physically, just raise your hand to the camera and the raise hand feature. We're gonna go over that in our first Zoom, but please be respectful of others' time there. Be ready to answer. And class doesn't end once you're done with that Zoom, right? That may just be the first step for that day. Then you go check today's assignments and you have more to do. You may have Edmentum or other things like this. And then my final expectation before we go into sharing my screen, my final expectation is I expect you to ask questions. Now that doesn't have to be in front of everyone. That could be an email, that could be whatever, that could be in Canvas, but ask me questions. If you're confused, that's my job. I'm here to help you. I really, really, really want to help you. So if you're confused, don't feel like you're being a burden, reach out. Okay, so now we're going to switch over. I'm going to show you my screen and we're going to talk about our expectations in Edmentum. All right, see you soon. All right, so we should be recording. Here we are on Canvas. You guys are gonna open up every single day. Like I said, you're gonna open up that advanced chemistry course here. So what we're looking at when we open this chemistry course, it's always gonna give you my most recent announcements if I've given you an announcement that day. So click on that. And then we're on my laptop, so it's super slow. We're not on my regular computer. So here we are. We're gonna break down the homepage. You get to see everything you have, blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm talking about. If you have your live Zoom, I expect you to click that Zoom link, be there. But then under that, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, that's where I'm saying I may have more assignments for you to do. So your class does not end on live, end when you're done with that live Zoom. Make sure you check everything. Check what's due. Check the homework. Check all that. Now, homework could be not actual like sit down and do an assignment homework, but it can be things that I have for you to do that are to be turned in by Friday. So make sure you check that. And then the main thing I want to talk about here is this thing right here. What is Edmentum? You may have looked through your welcome packet. You may have no idea what Edmentum is, but basically Edmentum is the district's way of making sure that when we're online, we're all covering on the similar track, right? So Edmentum is going to be the baseline for this. Anything that we're doing in Edmentum will be on your today's assignment, right? So if you were expected to do an assignment in Edmentum today, it would say today's assignment, Edmentum, chemistry matter of change lecture or whatever, right? But this also gives you a weekly recap of what you have to have completed by Friday in Edmentum. So you guys should have that Clever login, that badge that you got at your check-in where you guys can check out Clever. But Clever basically takes you to this and you can find Edmentum. That's how you're going to log in, is through Clever. But I'm going to show you what Edmentum looks like. It's going to look different on your end because you're in student and I'm in teacher, but we're just going to give a little basic intro to Edmentum here. So you're going to have courseware, Washington High School. Like I said, mine may look a little bit different than yours, but we're going to come here. We're going to open this up. I see all your sections. Say I'm in first hour. This right here is where I can view the curriculum that you're supposed to do. So I may have put for Monday, your assignment is in Edmentum, watch or go through the tutorial on, boom, scientific models and measurements, right? That may be your assignment for the day. If it has a lock over here, that's intentional. I don't want you doing that, right? But basically what I need for you to do that week will be available. If it's locked, then you're not going to have to do it that week. Or if it's unlocked, I may have had you do it a week before. So what you do, say your assignment is to go through the properties and changes of matter tutorial. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to click that here and you are going to walk through step by step. There's 27 slides. There may be some questions in those slides that introduces this stuff. But like I said, Edmentum is our baseline. There may be a quick video or things that you have to do. So this would be part of your assignment for a certain day. So you'd be clicking through Edmentum, checking out the objective. You may have a question, or okay, it's going to tell you about what's in this tutorial. And so here you go. You've got a question. I'm going to show the unanswered version, and then you'd come down here. Ooh, there's the answers. So haha. You'd come down here and put the things in here. And then once you're all the way finished, you're going to hit save and exit. Now, the main really important thing here is to prove that you've done this. I can see in Edmentum, but to get a grade for it in Canvas, once you're finished with your Edmentum assignment for that day or that week, whatever, there will be, and it'll be linked under here with weekly Edmentum recap, a survey to say, did you do your Edmentum assignment, properties of and changes of matter? You'll click yes. That's how I know, or that's how I have in Canvas that you've done it there. I can go back and check if you have done it actually, so you can't just fill out the survey if you haven't done it, but it's an easier way for me to go through and get my grading done. So if that confused you, please reach out. I'll walk you through it. We'll get on a Zoom call. I'll step you through all these steps. Basically, Edmentum's just another thing that we're going to be using. Like I said, it'll be written in these today's assignments. I'm not able to link to Edmentum, so it may say today's assignment, properties and changes of matter -Edmentum, like in all caps. You're not going to be able to click on that. You'll have to log into Edmentum using your Clever and then do it there. It'll also be down here in the weekly Edmentum recap. So those are my expectations for Edmentum. Check Canvas. There may be some things I unlock for you in Edmentum that may not be required, that are optional, like these mastery tests you're going to see. Most of the time, so those will be optional to help you, because basically how this is going to work is, say we're going over properties and changes of matter in Edmentum. I will also have stuff for that in Canvas for you to go over. So these mastery tests are, if we have a quiz coming up, that's a way for you to help prep for those. So most mastery tests are optional, but if you're ever unsure, check the weekly Edmentum recap, right? It's going to say what's optional, what's required. So I'm going to switch back over to this computer, or not computer. I'm going to switch back over to this recording. All right. So basically that's it. We went through Edmentum. We went through expectations when we're on live Zooms. I think that's kind of everything. I know this was a little bit longer video, but congrats. This is like a very small day's assignment. So once you do this, you're going to take the survey. This one is for a grade. So you're going to take the survey answering questions. There will be 5 questions. So you're finished with this video. Take that survey, That's it for this day's assignment. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you look down in the daily assignments tab, you'll see that I've put the sign up form for if you are interested in, or if your parent is interested in a parent teacher conference or meet the teacher just in these first couple of weeks. If you guys want to talk, there's that. Any questions, please reach out. You got this. I know it's overwhelming. We're going to try to make it as easy as possible. Take the survey. Let's get started next week learning some chemistry. Peace.